What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Layover. Welcome back. Uh, we down 3-1. Holy shit, we down 3-1. Oh man, this is bad news. This is bad news. Only 5% of teams have ever come back in the Eastern Conference Finals from down 3-1. I think the last team that did it was Golden State in like 2016. I think. Don't quote me on that, but fuck, man, holy shit, man. That was not good. So, first of all, I'm gonna be real, man. I hate this guy. I hate this guy, man. But I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, man. Dude was balling, man. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton, man. He was balling, man. Damn, man. 30, I think he had 31, 12, and 15, man. Like, no turnovers. That's an all-time game, man. And it looked like he was having that in the first quarter, and I was hoping not. And then he hit his second three. Reggie had mentioned like early on after he hit his first three, was like, man, he's like 10 for 41 here. And then he hit another one, and I was like, fuck, it looks like it's going to be that type of night. And it's like every game in this series has been like the three we've lost. They've had special performances. Aaron Nesmith has five, six threes in a row. The team hit 7 in a row. And then game 2, Siakam has 39. He has his best playoff game statistically. And then now we have Halliburton with the game of his life, man. So they just play. That's good basketball, man. You can't knock that. You can't knock that. It's tough to be on the other end of that, but you know you gotta give credit where credit's due. But the series ain't over. We down 3-1. It's not where you want to be, but we go back home. So hopefully we get a little bit of home cooking. For me, just defend home court, man. Like we don't. It's frustrating when you lose to the same team 2 years in a row, but you know, it's just a lot to go from it. But it's like, man, let's not lose on you know what I'm saying? Let's take this at least back to Indiana. You know, let them celebrate in front of their fans. You know, let's let that happen. So, we just got to play better, man. It's Cat's questionable tonight, so it might be a situation of next man up, but you know, we got to step up, man. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. We could not stop a nosebleed, man. We couldn't stop a nosebleed. It was like every time we needed to stop, we couldn't get it. And then early in the game, it's like every time we started getting momentum, we turned the ball over, man. Josh, that was one of the worst games I've seen Josh Hart play as a New York Knicks. It was things he was doing. I'm like, what the fuck is Josh doing? Like, a lot of turnovers, a lot of just stuff that we don't normally see from him. So, whew, shit, man. You know, Brunson had a really good game, but it's all in vain. I know there's a thing out there going about how, you know, he doesn't pass, but it's like the offense is built around him. Sorry, the offense is built around him. His assists have been up this year, so I think that's just some shit that people were just saying because it's whatever, it's talk, but we're not better off without Brunson because we wouldn't be here without Brunson. We would have lost to Detroit without Brunson. So I just think it's like when you lose, shit like this is a conversation, but when you win, it's not a conversation. So it's not a conversation, but I guess it has to be said. But being down 3-1 is tough, man. We need big performances, man. We're gonna need somebody to be a hero tonight. We're gonna need somebody to step up, and we're gonna need an unsung guy, man. Again, it's, man, like, you know, when we have Deuce McBride on the floor, it seems like everything good happens when he's on the floor. So hopefully we can figure out how to keep him in a little bit longer. I imagine, I think they may keep with the Mitch thing starting, but they might go back to Josh. And shout out to Josh for being a teammate for even doing that. He didn't necessarily have to do that, but, you know, for him to be the one to step up and say, yo, man, I'll go to the bench, you know, for the sake of winning, man. It just shows the locker room and shows the type of team that we got. You know, everybody just want to win. It ain't no egos. It ain't about this guy's shit or this guy's shit. It's just what are we doing to win? So, man, it's just tough because it's like any of these games could have went anyway. Even the one we won, all of these games could have went anyway. It could have went anywhere. I know it says 3-1, but it doesn't feel like 3-1 because every game has been like down to the wire. So I feel like we've been a part of probably 2 of the best series in the playoffs. I would say in over the last 2 or 3 years, we've been pretty much a part of that. So, you know, it's exciting playoff basketball, man. Knicks basketball. It's the ups, the downs, it's the highs, the lows, you know. So hopefully we can go ahead and figure out a way to push it back to Indy. Because you win one, put the pressure back on them. Now they're back at home. See if they feel like they have to win in front of their fans, and maybe we steal another one. We here. I know I'm being optimistic, but I'm a Knicks fan. So I'm a New York Knicks fan, man. I can't help it. I mean, a lot of people were asking me today as I was wearing my stuff. Really over the last couple, really since this shit started, and they started really looking good. But over the last 24 hours, like, yo, you all right? I'm like, yeah. Like, this is the furthest we've been. There's so many ways I could look at this. And it's like, I don't want to lose to Indiana because you don't want to lose to a team, especially a team you dislike. And it's like the last 3 years we lost to a team that I just dislike. I grew up disliking. So we lost to the Heat. And then we go ahead and we've lost to Indiana 2 years in a row. Last year we had a what you could say excuse, you could say reason, you could say a caveat, you could say however you want to put it, context, wherever you want to put it. But we lost. Simple and plain, we lost to Indiana. So we come back this year, and I think a lot of fans have it stuck that we kind of thinking like last year. Like I even came in a little bit like, man, we should beat the shit out of Indiana, even though I knew like they've been one of the best teams since the turn of the year, the calendar year. They've been one of the best teams in the league. So yeah, man, I hope we figure it out, man. I hope we figure it out tonight. So hopefully we can just, man, we got to show up, man. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. I did not want to go down 3-1. I was like, man, I want to go down 3-1. And it's like crazy because, like I said, every one of these games have been so close that like they could have easily swept us. We could have easily swept them. It could be 2-2 or it could be 3-1 our way or what it is now 3-1 their way. So it's like even though we losing and we down, and I still feel like we got a shot. I still feel like we have a shot because we've been in every one of these games except for the first one. Like we were getting smacked in the first one. We were getting smacked in the first one, or we were smacking them in the first one. Excuse me, and we blew it. And I feel like game one is that's gonna be the definer. Like that's the definer of the series. Game one set the tone for everything. And we just didn't finish the job game one, and it's biting us in the ass right now. So tonight, I'm going to need a big game from Mikal Bridges, man. You got to show up, bro. Mikal got to show up. Mikal got to show up, man. Even defensively, like, last game was probably one of his worst games of the year. Defensively, he was getting cooked. And I don't see that happening for him 2 games in a row. So Mikal, I gotta put the spotlight on Mikal tonight, man. If Cat ain't 100%, man. So we gotta put the spotlight on Mikal, man. I got faith in Bridges, man. I know it's the picks. Fuck them picks. We don't care about them picks. No Knicks fan cares about them picks. I know it's a joke, but nobody cares. I don't care about the kid right now that's getting up. Actually, the kid that's finishing up his school year right now, I don't care about that because we're trying to win in really soon. Like, this team is ready to win in the next 4 years, trying to win at least. I don't know if we're ready, but we on our way. We on our way. And these are the type of lumps that you got to take. Even then, remembering Indiana has been here. We got guys on our roster that have been here, but as a team and as a unit, they've been here. They've been to this point. So now, this is where we got to learn. We went to the second round 2 years in a row. We finally broke through. And now this is the next step, you can say, well, Oklahoma City, shout out to Oklahoma City for making the NBA Finals, man. Shout out to the Timberwolves, too, man, for having a good day. I mean, they ran back basically the same season, so I guess our trade was a wash, but, I fuck with Julius. I fuck with Julius Randle. I know he had his ways and stuff, but, Julius was I can't even act like Julius wasn't the dude that kicked this whole run off. I can't act like that, so I always want to see him do good. I know he might have said things that rubbed fans the wrong way, but at the end of the day, like, he kicked all this off. He was part of bringing us back from where we came from. I think a lot of fans are we so far removed from that, but I can't forget watching 17 games of just of Knicks basketball when we won 17 games, or looking at rosters, and I'm talking myself into like, yeah, we can make the playoffs if we do this and all that, and then we end up in the lottery and getting the fucking ninth pick or eighth pick, usually the eighth pick. So yeah, man, you just gotta, we just gotta do what we can do, man. So hopefully these guys come through tonight. Hopefully these guys come out to play, cause we can't lose at home, man. So thank y'all for checking in, man. Thank y'all for listening to my the life of watching the New York Knicks, the highs and the lows. Like I said, I always say the highs and the lows, and it's the highs are the highs, but then it's lows, and then the jokes are always on us. The thing is, like, the Knicks have been we were a joke for what? I'm 33 in August, and we've been bad pretty much. I became a fan at 6, and I was probably about maybe 6 years we've actually been decent. So, you know, this is the lumps. We ain't never been here, so we ain't know how to act yet, I guess. But we come back and regroup, and hopefully we can pull this 3-1 deficit out and see where we go, man. So thank y'all for listening, man. Still go Knicks. I mean, it is what it is, ain't it? Thank y'all.